In the previous exercise, we built a recipe website and we used the article content type to create content. This was okay for a simple website. But if you want to create a world-class recipe website with tens of thousands of recipes, then you should create a new customized content type for recipe. Why would you want to do that? What are the advantages? I will enumerate them one by one. Firstly, a new recipe content type will give you a customized content creation form which will make it easy and tailor-made for your content authors. Secondly, this new content type will make recipes standardized so that content authors will not miss any recipe related data. Third, and very important, the metadata of a recipe can then be manipulated visually with themes. If all the data is inside the body field, like what we were doing with the article type in the previous project, metadata cannot be extracted from the body. Metadata means a set of data that describes and gives information about other data. See this example of a very good recipe site. Here, the metadata associated with the recipe, that is preparation time, servings, calories, etc., are all presented nicely on the screen. If you also similarly capture this data, then you can further customize your theme to present this information meaningfully to the user. So the bottom line is that your new recipe content type should facilitate capturing of this metadata. The fourth advantage is that sorting, searching, filtering by individual content type fields will then become possible. All we had in the article type was the body field, so it is not very useful right now. And that proves the case why we need a new content type. So let's create a new one called a recipe. Start by clicking the structure on the admin menu and then content types. And we just have article and basic page now. Click add content type. Okay, we are on the add content type page. Give the name as recipe. I will also paste in a helpful description. This is a custom content type specialized for creating recipes. Now let's start with each of these tabs one by one. In the submission form settings, give the title field label as a more meaningful recipe name. Okay. Give as many explanations as possible. This will make it easy for the content authors to understand what they have to do while creating the actual content from your content type. For this explanation or submission guidelines, give informal guideline, fill up all the fields please. Okay. Next tab, publishing options. I don't want to change anything here. If you want, you can actually remove the promoted to front page option. In that case, recipes will only be available through menu links or other links that you create. But for now, I'm not going to change this. Next tab, display settings. I will disable the display author and date information. This is because the content author will not be the contributor of the recipe, unlike a typical article. Later on, you will see that I will add a field which will capture the contributor of this recipe. And so the creator of this content piece will be different from the contributor of the recipe. I hope that makes sense. You'll understand it better later on. In the next tab, menu settings, disable all the menus. We don't want any specific recipe link to appear directly from the menu system. If you remember, we have configured menu lists to come from taxonomy terms earlier in the previous project. Okay, so I don't want any of this. And when you are all done, hit the save and manage fields button. Fantastic. We got a success message. At this stage, the content type will have been created. It will only have the title and the body fields, nothing else. We will have to create all the custom fields next, and we will do that in the next lesson. So see you there.